So this is my parents' old Video 8 camera, which probably has footage of me as a baby. So let's have a look. So it's a Sony. What was that? Something fell out or fall off. Model number, is that it? CCD F340E. Yeah, model number. And I think this is probably from the late 1980s, early 1990s. Sometime around then. Made a bit of a weird noise there, so I don't know if it works, but we're going to find out. So let's see what we got. We got the camera, which we'll come back to in a minute. I'm assuming that's for a TV. Or F. Or F is radio frequency, is it? Oh yeah. Set either position according to the TV system. Yeah, that's a pretty standard old TV antenna kind of input. Let's see what else. That looks like a... Is that like a battery replacement thing? Or you plug that in and then you can just plug it directly into the wall? Which would be good, because I'm assuming the battery no longer works, but we'll have to see. Oh yeah. So it's the charger. I'm assuming we can plug that thing into there. And then that goes into the wall. There is also a battery. An NP98. I wonder if you can still get them. Probably not. Although maybe there's some aftermarket ones or something. Then we got some tapes. Adapter, I guess, for, is that the European style, or I can't remember what countries use that. So I guess we'll pop the little tray back in. Oh. That fell off somewhere. Oh. It's just the end of the strap, that's okay. It just fell off there. The old rubber gets all flaky. Might put you on a tripod. Let's plug this into the wall. Let's just see if this even attempts to charge. The light has come on. But I want to try the other adapter just to plug straight into it. God, the weight of that. So I guess this goes on the battery, where the battery would normally go on the camera. Just close that window. Okay. Oh, we have power. Just noticed the bottom is missing a bunch of screws. Here, 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 here. Yeah, you can see it's like coming apart. I'm trying to remember if I did that when I was a kid or something. Maybe it was broken and I tried to fix it. Can't remember. Let's see what happens. What happens if we try eject tape? Oh. Well, that seems to work. There's definitely something loose in there. Don't know if you guys can see. Down the bottom there. That thing, that round thing, I think Might not be right, but I think that maybe the metal insert that goes in that hole, which would be the tripod mount, and it's loose for some reason. Oh yeah, it's just moved. Where's it gone? I can't see. It's moved somewhere. Would help if I had a bit of light, wouldn't it? Do I have a torch? No. Okay. So we will possibly try to take it apart. Guess we should just see if it actually works before we go doing that. Oh yeah, look at that. Assuming that's not supposed to be like that. Doesn't that look like it's coming away? Or is that cracked? Maybe. Okay, let's see. What do we want to try? See if it works. Let's throw this tape back in. Actually, don't know which way they go. I'm assuming that way. No, that's not right. I feel like that. Yeah, there's an arrow. Oh. Some of those sounds sound okay, some of them sound like it's broken. Again, that's kind of like not fitting very well. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything in there. So there's player off and camera. And we're in player mode. Doesn't seem to want to slide. Don't want to break it. Don't want to break it any more than it's already broken. No, that does not want to go. Okay. Maybe I need to do something else to switch that. What else can we? What's that? Auto lock. Not doing anything. What about? I'm assuming we want auto lock off. Don't know what that does though. Backlight. Not doing anything. What about the zoom? Nope. Oh, there's this. start, stop, lock and standby. So you're currently in the lock position, is that right? Oh, something's happening. Okay. Oh, the screen is doing something now. Can you see that? Doesn't look ideal, does it? But we're still in player mode. Oh, did that move? I feel like it's more towards the center, but excuse my dirty fingers. I was just working on my van. It's hard to get the oil off. Whoa, that just moved. Well, there's a cap on the front, so it's like those auto focusing, but can you hear that? Just stopped. Oh. It's reacting, I think. Is it? So that must be it trying to focus. Which I think is a good sign. But why would it do that in player mode? Can we zoom? Oh, we can. But on the screen, still got nothing. Okay. What if I press record? Whoa. I should probably not do that. Oh no, stop. I don't want to overwrite any of the tape that's already in there. Maybe I should just take the tape out. So basically we want to... Is this stopping us? Surely that's stopping us. It's in player mode, but it's acting like it's in camera mode. If we're able to zoom, and by pressing record, it sounds like the tape started moving. What about just playing? If we are in player mode, let's play. No. No. Rewind. Fast forward. Nope. Stop. Pause. Nope. Speed. Speed forward, is it? Speed forward, but not as fast. wheel just seems to have a mind of its own. Well, something is working. The zoom is working. It looks like the focus is working. That part of the computer is working. The tape tray is working, opening and closing anyway. It would be nice to have a blank tape, or a tape I didn't care about, because I don't know what's on that tape. There is a couple of other tapes in there, but in the box, but I'd not risk recording over some ancient memories. So, what else can we try? So what if I bring this down? Okay. So this thing turns the screen on and off, I guess. That noise, I don't know if you can see, that like kind of grindy noise, it's not spinning the wheels of the tape. So I don't know what that would be. Can you see that? How do I do this without the reflection? So if I turn this off and turn it on, what about pressing, see if we're in player mode, these controls surely should be working. Why won't that click? Just trying to even see, does that screw look like it's been taken out? Could be the underneath the switch isn't hooked onto the right part, maybe. Let's put the lens cover back on first of all. Edit, search, what about that? Turning something. Not doing anything. Can you manually do that? Oh, you can. Manually press that in and then you can change the zoom. Okay. What do we want to try without making it worse? Should I try crack it in half? Just make sure there's nothing else I can try before I go do that. What's that? Record, stop, start. Assuming that's just the same as that. So if we press record, do these guys move? Yes. Okay, stop. Can we record without a tape? Obviously nothing will actually record, but does it try to record? No. No, okay. I guess we're going to try take it in half. Split it in half. I obviously did it once before. Can't imagine my dad would have done it, so it must have been me. Okay. How do I do this? Let's plop you back up here. How do I take this thing off? So see, a bunch of the screws are already missing. So I guess I just take the others, follow that up. Is that connected? It's on there. That I would suggest it's not fully back together correctly. Okay. Let's try get in here, because this switch I think is one of our problems. And the question is it just the screen in there that's gone for some reason? Plastic pick or something, could I? Yeah. What do I feel like I'm going to have to take off this arm? I really don't want to have to take this apart. So that does look like a tripod mount. So that is supposed to be in there on the inside. There's a screw. It isn't actually screwed into anything. So we got this out. Am I realistically going to be able to get that back in? Oh, it would have went like that, of course. And that's why that screw isn't screwing into anything, because it's supposed to be screwing into that. So I could possibly get that in. Don't have that screw, but maybe one would be enough. Oh, got it. So I think those three are the same. I've probably already forgotten where those three came from. It was up top, wasn't it? The first one I took out was the longest, which was which one was that? We got these two. And this one. So I think that one is the long one. Okay. So there's nothing else flapping around in there. This switch just doesn't really make sense to me. Same size. Same size. Yeah, same size. Oh, we did it. Okay. Look at this. So, my suspicion was that this just wasn't connected properly to whatever is on here in the inside, and it looks, I think I'm correct. So we were stuck in the player position on the left. We can see that that switch is fully to the right. So it looks like this just wasn't hooked on. Where you can't see it. Unless this is broken. Something. How does that work? Oh yeah. That little bit is supposed to hook on to there. And I'm guessing that was just to the left. I think it was, instead of hooked onto it, it was just to the side of it. So when we were pushing right, it was pushing into the side of this, and it was already fully as far as it would go. So I don't think this is broken. I'm looking for any broken plastic or anything. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's put it in the middle. Let's put this into the middle, which is there. And then we gotta try hook this on. So almost. Something's stopping it over there. Oh. Okay. Quickly put a screw back in there before we forget. Actually, that was the long one, wasn't it? And we took one back here. That one on the side. Over that one. Are we gonna try to get this thing in on the bottom? So that would be I just noticed that as well. This This is another strap hook. Don't know if you can see that. There's a metal piece going across here. I think, like this one, it's also got 2 screw holes in it. Yeah. So I need to line that up with that hole. Now, I don't think I have enough screws, unless I have some somewhere else. I'll have a look. Let's see what we can do with this. So basically, question is, okay, should I put one in? I should just put one in right now, shouldn't I? Okay, that way we know it's not going to fall anywhere. That cable looks a bit funny there. So we have 2 screws left. I should go look and see if I have more, because if we have more, then we can do it to get strategic about this. This one here is not lining up though. This one is lining up, but not this one. I'm wondering, am I squeezing that cable? Should that not be bored? Oh, there we go. Look at us making progress. Okay. Let's pause you for a second, and then I will go look for screws. Okay. Found some screws. Well, I found my box of small screws. There are some very, very small screws in here. So we will just have to wait and see. Gonna move this out of the way for a minute. Let me see. How do I want to do this? These 2, saving these guys. So, what do we got? but not small enough. Ooh, there's a pretty small. Again, not the right type. Don't think so. There are some small ones, but for reference, this is what we're looking for. Not quite. So that's our reference. I mean, that one's kind of small. These guys are small, but not quite. Again, same with that one. The thread on them is certainly different as well. No idea what the hell that came off. Obviously took apart something else and threw them in here. I have a sneaking feeling I had a little tub of very small screws that I end up throwing away because I don't know why. Normally I keep everything. Again, small, but not quite small enough. No. So I have a possible backup plan. No. Where are they? There. So that's the screw we want. These guys are... the thread is too coarse, first of all, apart from being too long. It's quite a fine thread. The silver ones could possibly be the same type of thread, but they're bigger. No bueno. So I think we're calling that a fail. But I have a possible backup plan, so let's try that. Let's get rid of all these guys. Actually, I've got to throw that back in there. I could always throw that in the bin. Okay. The backup plan. So these are wireless earbuds. that are broken. One of my friends, I don't know where he got them, some guy gave them to him. He like works in a shop, I think, and they came in as like broken returns or whatever. And he ended up giving them to me in case I wanted to try and fix them or whatever. But I had a quick look at them and I don't really know. But the backup plan is... Oh, that one made noise actually. Do some of these have those really small screws and kind of just cannibalize them, because these are basically all going in the bin. I think some of them are kind of good brands and some of them are pretty crap. So we might pop one of these open somehow. I certainly tried to charge all of these. Why don't we just start with this one? On the hunt for screws. It's fucking falling apart. Right. There's nothing on the outside, is there? No. So I'm assuming this thing pops up. Did that do something? Okay. God, this screwdriver is annoying. It's disintegrating in my hand. Let me... Okay. Got him. Old, dried out plastic. So this one does have a couple screws, possibly too big. I'm going to get rid of this black stuff because they're conveniently about the size of some small screws. Okay. We got those two. God, there's not much to these things. Interesting. Well, that needs to be disposed of with the battery in an electronics waste place. Let's see. One of them was making a noise. Pairing. One of them is trying to pair, but it doesn't work. These feel the nicest. God, none of them have exposed screws. I want to pick one that's just completely dead. Right, this one's completely dead. So, I think we just pry our way in. Couple of screws, good. Too big and too coarse. We need finer thread. Oop. I'll show you them all after I get them all out. Don't need any more. God, it seems like such a waste throwing these away, but they don't really make stuff repairable anymore, do they? What are they? Magnets. I feel like I could use the magnets for something, surely, couldn't I? Are they magnets? Yeah. Right, we'll do that later. is those. Could there be screws in this? There could be a little screw in this. How do we get this open? Could be. Got it. Just gotta give it a squeeze. Okay. Now, you wanna have a look at this? That is pretty cool, I have to say. The amount that they can just squeeze in there. Not seeing any screws. It's all just glued, I'd say. Pretty cool. More magnets. No screws though. This isn't proving to be very successful, is it? Okay, what about downslip power? Does this does no power. Okay, let's try this. Such a nice little case. It feels like I'm committing a crime. Couple of screws. Again, they look like the coarser thread. Oh, we got more. We got 4 screws, 5, 6 screws. Oh my god. Come on, be a nice fine thread. It's a similar size, but I think it's too coarse. A similar length, I mean. Yeah, it's actually skinnier. Wow. See, can you see that? So the one on the top is the one we're looking for, and the one on the bottom is the one I've just taken out of the these earphones. So it's slightly skinnier, but the thread on the bottom is too coarse. We need more threads per, what's it called? TPI, threads per inch. No bueno. Suppose I should just take them out in case I need them in the future, like I need right now, but just different size. Oh, where did that go? Probably stuck on a magnet somewhere. Is there a chance there might be a smaller one in there? Unlikely, eh? I guess they would need the finer or they need the coarser thread to bite into the plastic. Same. Is it? Yeah. Okay. No bueno. Oh, there it is. Stuck on the outside. This is a magnet. Okay. Again, might as well try pop one of these open. How have they made this all so small? Not a screw in sight. I guess this is the speaker. Two chips either side. But there's no screws in there. Okay. Let's try one of these. Okay, this is dead. Good. Where even is the battery in this? What the hell? Oh, in there. Wow. Just stuff it in the end there. There is some screws there. How the hell do you get to them? Is that a screw? That looks like a screw, and it looks like a very flat screw. Looks like the exact sort of thing we're looking for. How? Oh, it's two pieces. It's two pieces, of course it is. How do we break that? You wanna get some zoom action. basically there's a screw in there, but obviously I can't get to it. This entire thing looks like it splits in half. That's one way to do it. Okay, these look promising, although they could actually be too small. See this there? Again, I think the threads are too coarse. We need more threads. Although I suppose if we were desperate, we probably could just screw some coarser ones in and they would probably bite. Might as well take all these ones off. How do I get to that? God, they are very, very small. Oops. There's two more, but how do they? Get that one easy enough. Okay. There is another one in there, but I don't know how the hell. Down there. Way in there. Need to come at it from this angle. But there's a big piece of plastic in the way. Anyway, they're not the right threads. God, we're just leaving a trail of destruction. Look how small that battery is. Actually, sorry, that's what these are. The batteries, not the that one. That must just be the battery inside there. No screws. Okay, we need to drop all them off at the e-waste place. Suppose this literally is the last one. It does have power, but it wasn't working. It wasn't connecting, I think. I don't know. They're junk, unfortunately. They feel like really, really cheap ones. So I'm going for it. Okay. Two screws. Again, all of these screws are kind of similar coarseness, I guess, for screwing into plastic, whereas I think the ones we're looking for are screwing into metal, so they're finer. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. Battery is about to go on this, so I managed to switch camera. Oops. Okay. So we've got two official screws. Don't know where to try put them. Why don't we... Because these are metal screws, and we know this thing's metal. Screw into that. Should we try one of these? Let's try one. Let's try... what's the closest? Either that one or that one. Let's try this little silver guy. Oop. Nothing. Nothing. Let's try this. Okay, that one worked. That's progress, right? What about back up here? I think I'm going to put the final official one in here. Okay, can we get one of these in back here? Yes, we can. So that's another fakie. Just noticing that. What's that? Battery. Interesting. I'm assuming that's just for the other battery. I'm assuming that helps keep the time or something. So you don't have to set the time every time. What else we got? All in on the top. All in down there. All in on the side. So 2 on the front. I suspect, like at the rear, the way there's this hook and those 2 screws screwed into the metal hook, there was supposed to be something similar here. It feels like there's something missing there. We do have one more, I think. Do we? No. What about this black? This black one in here. So kind of hard to tell. I think that's lined up. No. I need a bigger screw, and that is the biggest one we have there. No, I can't get it out. Okay, so finally, let's see if at the very least we fix this switch. So let's plug it in. It's not doing anything. Oh yeah, because it's switched off. Okay. Let's switch to camera. That's the same, isn't it? Suppose we can take the lens cover off. And then what if we go... Oh, it was in camera mode before, right? So if we go... Okay, sorry if I had to switch camera because that ran out of battery. What were we doing? Oh yeah. So we just switched to player. when before it was stuck on camera mode. So now that we're on player, it is giving us a different screen. I guess I should stick a tape in. What happens if I just press play? That would suggest so that is working. I'm rewinding. I was rewinding. Now it's stopped. Why is that stopped? Why have you stopped? I press stop and then press rewind. No, maybe it's all the way at the back. And then press play. And nothing happens. No. Press stop. Press play. Rewind. Can I fast forward? No, can't do anything now. Interesting. Interesting. How about if I flick this down? Doesn't want to work anymore. Okay, let's switch the camera. And flip this back up. So to me that means the screen is probably gone, because it should be showing a live view now, and it's giving that. And then if I go back to play, it's giving a blank screen, but then when I press, well, when I was pressing play the last time and the tape was playing, it was giving that same broken screen. Could be wrong, because I haven't a clue what I'm doing, but I don't know why that's now not doing anything. No. Doesn't want to play ball. Chord mode. Don't know. Give it a bit of a. Yeah, all that still works. We're not getting at them. So I guess a way to test that screen, if it was the screen, you would need another one of these, or a way of playing the tapes. And you press record, record something on the tape, and then put it into another player that you know works. And if it shows what's recorded, then it's just the internal screen, I would guess, is broken. Wonder, could it be a connection thing? Could it just be an unplugged wire further down here somewhere? Considering half the screws are out. I'll do some googling to see if there's any common faults or what that might be. But for the moment, I think that's as far as we can get. We at least fixed one thing. We got a few screws in it. But yeah, would be nice to get it going again. But for the moment, it's still broken.